Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mekenzie. I'm 26. I'll be 27 on March 2nd. I live in Indiana with my husband Brock and our two cats, Luna and Thor. Luna is right here. But today I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about cruising. I've gone on 4 cruises and I'm about to leave in 2 weeks for a back-to-back cruise, which if you're not familiar with the term back-to-back, it just means that you go 1 week on the cruise and then when everybody gets off the ship, you stay on and then you go for another week on the cruise. So I'm gonna do a back-to-back cruise with my husband and then we're going on another cruise in May. So lots of travel this year. I'm super excited for it. But I just wanted to give you guys some tips if you are a beginner and if you're interested in cruising. Please go ahead and stick around for the rest of the video. And if you're not subscribed, please do so and please give this video a thumbs up if you like it or find it informative. Okay, so I'm using my iPad and I have a lot actually, but we're going to try to condense this down. I'm a person that loves details and I have to have everything specific, the more details the better, honestly. This is particularly for Carnival Cruise Line because I've only ever cruised with Carnival. I am interested in sailing with the other lines at some point, but Carnival is just what I've always gone with. So the first step is going to be to pick a cruise line. Go to their website, you're going to pick where you want to go to, what dates work best for you, and then from that point on you're going to figure out what ship works with those dates and where it goes. Now, if you have more of a free schedule and you don't have a specific week you have to take off, that's much better. It's better if you're more open and have more flexibility, but it's not a deal breaker because my husband and I had a specific weekend in May that he already had taken off for work and we found a cruise that fit it perfectly. When you're choosing a ship or choosing the ports, I like to do my research on YouTube and just figure out what kind of excursions they have. I like to look at the ship tours. That's my favorite thing to do on YouTube. The second step is to book the actual cruise. When you're booking the cruise, you're going to pick your dining time and your bed type. At this point, you should download Carnival's Hub app because you'll have to have that when you're on the ship, and it also has a built-in countdown, shows you all the shore excursions that you can do and different beverages that you can buy to have in your stateroom and all that sort of thing. Okay, so the third step is to pick your excursions, your specialty dining, and reserve those because specialty dining and the excursions sell out really quickly. And then you can also pick a drink package or a Wi-Fi package. Step 4 is to figure out what kind of clothes you want to bring because you might have to buy clothes for the cruise. I'm not saying you have to. If you're not sure what to pack, you could definitely look up packing videos. I'm actually going to be filming a packing video next week that will be on my channel. So if you're interested, you can go and watch that. But for outfits and things, you can look up the different ports, look up the weather where you're going to be at, kind of get an idea of how the weather is, especially for the different times of year. If you're going to the Bahamas, it's essentially always 80 degrees there and sunny. It rains a little bit, but not very much. But if you're going somewhere like Alaska, for example, you'd probably have to pack pretty warm. I'm not sure, I've never gone to Alaska, so you'll have to do your research for that. Okay, so step 5, you're going to want to book your flights. The sooner the better, honestly. And I always recommend flying in at least 1 day before you're getting on the ship because you just never know what's gonna happen with flights. You could be delayed, your flight could be canceled completely, and if you're flying in the day of, you're risking missing your cruise altogether, and that would be terrible. So if you're going to fly in the day before, like I suggest, you'll want to book a hotel or an Airbnb. Step number 6, which this is actually going to apply to me tomorrow. So 2 weeks before your Carnival cruise, you're going to log into your Carnival account and you're going to pick your boarding time. When you're picking your boarding time, you're going to go in, you're going to input all the passport numbers for the people that are in your specific stateroom. You do not have to put the passport numbers in for everybody traveling with you. You're going to put in your flight info. You have to have a credit card or a debit card on file because you're going to get a sign-in sale card when you get to the port, which I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But your sign-in sale card is the only card you're going to use on the ship. You do not use your debit card or your credit card at all on the ship. You only use your sign-in sale card. So at this point, this is where I like to print off all of my documents. You're going to need your document that has your name, your sail date, and your confirmation number for your entire booking. This is what you'll present when you get to the cruise port to board the cruise ship. I also like to print off the things that I bought for the cruise ship. So I always buy a Wi-Fi package and I buy a big case of water for my husband and I to share for the whole week. So I print off both of those things, and then I also print off any excursions that we're doing, just in case there's some misinformation or things get lost with the thousands of other people who are on board. I like to always have those as a backup. Okay, step number 7, let your bank know that you will be out of the country. Let them know what dates you're leaving and what countries you will be in on those dates, because it would be a bummer to have your card frozen while you're on vacation just trying to have a good time with your friends and family. Okay, so number 8, you don't have to do this, but my husband and I personally do this, and we always suggest that you should do this. Get out some cash, but we always like to tip the room steward and our dining staff, and then we always just tip anyone around the boat who is like really working hard. All of these people work so hard all day, like every single day, all day. A lot of them do not get any breaks or any time to even get off of the ships, and a lot of them also send their money that they make to their families, so every little dollar counts for them. Also, here's a little tip from me to you. If you tip your room steward the first day that you get on the boat and the first time you meet them, they'll be sure to take care of you. Okay, so this goes along with number 8, have cash for the islands. A lot of the islands do have credit and debit card technology, but I know some people can be a little bit sketched out about that, so make sure you have cash for the islands if you're wanting to buy things. But you also should carry cash with you, especially if you're doing an excursion, so you can tip the person that is leading the excursion for you. Okay, so at this point, it's cruise day, and you're so excited to go on the cruise ship. I cannot wait. I love the feeling of getting on the cruise ship that day. It's like just so magical and fun. It's unreal. So I recommend taking a bag or a backpack of some sort and having your essential items that you're going to need with you during that day, because when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna get to the cruise ship. Say you picked the 10 o'clock boarding time. You're gonna get to the port at 10 a.m. and they're going to take your luggage. So there are porters there who will take your luggage from you, and then they're gonna put the luggage on the ship, and you're not going to see your luggage until about 2:30 in the afternoon. So you're going to have at least 4.5 to 5 hours of not being able to access your luggage. So in the backpack, I always carry a swimsuit, sunglasses, sunscreen, chargers, and medicine that we might need. Don't worry about packing beach towels. The cruise ship will provide these for you. Okay, so when you get to the cruise port and you're about to get your luggage out, this is a little holder, I guess, a little luggage tag that you are going to print out your luggage paper, and it's going to have your name and your room number and what part of the ship you're on. You'll want to fold it to fit this. It has, guides on how to fold it and fit it into this, but this is perfect for keeping your luggage tag on your luggage. You don't have to have this, but I highly recommend it because it's waterproof. It's going to stay on your luggage, because if you don't use one of those, they're just going to take a stapler and staple your luggage tag around your handle. And I've known people who have lost their luggage or have not been able to find their luggage because their luggage tag ripped off. Also, I have this linked in my storefront. It's in Cruise Essentials or Travel Essentials. I'll leave the link down below. So you've just dropped your luggage off and you're going into the building to check in for your cruise. This is where you're going to have the paper that we talked about earlier that you printed off that has your confirmation and your itinerary number, your room number, your name, all that. You'll have your passport and your ID, and you might need your vaccination card as well. I know a lot of places aren't requiring vaccination cards, but Grand Turk, for example, at this point on February 10th, still requires people to have their vaccination cards on them when they're getting off of the boat. So they'll have you go through some health questions, they'll check you in, you'll go through security, and this is where they're going to search your backpack and whatever bag you're carrying with you. Make sure that you check their forbidden list on the website, because there are some things that you're not allowed to bring on. You are allowed to bring on 1 bottle of unopened wine as long as it is 750 milliliters or less, and as long as you're older than 21. You can bring 1 bottle of wine per person. So my husband is going to bring a bottle and I'm going to bring a bottle as well. So once you're through security, they're going to lead you through and you're going to get your sign-in sale card, and this is your key to your room. It's going to buy you everything on the ship, so you do not want to lose this. I highly recommend getting a lanyard and putting your sign-in sale card on the lanyard. It's very easy, very practical. That way you're not worrying where it's at or losing it. Those are also linked in my Amazon storefront. So after this, you're going to be boarding the cruise ship, and I highly recommend the first thing you should do when getting on the cruise ship is doing the e-muster drill. Now, you don't have to go and stand on the side of the deck like everybody else with your life jackets on, sweating and smushed up. Carnival does not do that. They have the e-muster drill, so you're going to get onto the Carnival app. You're going to sign in through the ship's Wi-Fi, and you'll press this thing that says I'm on board, and you'll watch the e-muster drill, and then you're going to have to go to wherever your meeting point is for your e-muster. You're gonna see a crew member. They'll show you how to put on the life jacket and how to activate it, and then they're gonna scan your sign and sell card, and that lets everybody on the ship know that you have done your e-muster drill and you are ready to cruise. So also, at this point, if you have not downloaded the Carnival Hub app or you've forgotten, you need to do that right now. Before you do anything else, download the Hub app, because that is where you're going to do your e-muster drill. That's where you're going to have all the info on the ship. There's a ship map, there's itineraries for the whole day, like every single day. They have weather for all of the islands you're going to on there. They have the restaurant menus. You also check in on your app for dining if you're doing the My Time dining. If you don't want to spend the money on the Wi-Fi, because it can be a little bit pricey, you can just spend $5 for the whole week to be able to text whoever is in your group through the Carnival app. And finally, you're done. After the e-muster drill, you're done. You're ready to cruise and have a good time. So go explore the ship, go get a drink. So once 2:30 rolls around, you will be able to access your stateroom and your luggage will be waiting for you outside of your room in the hallway. Alright guys, that does it for this video. I hope it made sense and hopefully you got some kind of idea of how it works with cruising. I know I spent a lot of time talking about the details of getting to the ship the day of, but I feel like that can be a little bit overwhelming for a first-time cruiser, so I want to make it a little bit less stressful for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!